Hey. See, which one am I looking at? Anyway, I've got a new setup here. And I've got myself another computer. So you can see that's much better webcam. And I should have much better results with my live stream. It's not going to be a rapid slideshow anymore. It's going to actually be full the whole dang thing. It's just going to look like something going on. Yeah, so let's share this screen because it's real important to share that screen. And there we go with the Blue Boy Brown hot dog. Blue Boy Brown. Well, I had all types of plans to July 15th start a Kickstarter campaign, but it's probably going to be delayed a little bit because I picked up another college class to teach, and it'll take a lot of your time, and so I'll adjust things. It'll get done, but let's see what happens. I'm not in any horrible hurry. Nobody's dying here. So today, gotta start. Today I'm gonna work on this, and I worked on this last time, and maybe I'll go back and look at that a little bit. I don't know. I gotta be careful because YouTube took down my Friday night video because I said something or did something they didn't like, and I don't see how being happy because I got a better computer and drawing comic books on a Friday night violates their community standards. They're weird people. So I appealed it. We'll see what happens. It's goofy. Everything's goofy these days. Yeah. Jeez. It may be because I said something. I won't say it again, but it's not. I didn't say it. It's actually the description of Friday nights. If you're on Facebook, which is the only people who actually watch this, then you can see that the title was probably something they said, "Oh, you're inciting violence." Selling violence. Very strange, and it's all. Well, what's this? Okay, it's all artificial intelligence. Doesn't mean doo doo. When human beings look at it, they go, "Oh, that's artificial intelligence. We're going to have to get on this case." So before I do this, I downloaded a whole bunch of new brushes, actually old brushes. When you're a member of Adobe Creative Cloud, you get a bunch of watercolor brushes for nothing. So there's watercolor basic, watercolor basic, and about 17 will do it right there. That's not bad. Good old Kyle's watercolor brushes, so that works out nice. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show a video of me drawing page 85. Page 85. Page 85. No, not page 85. Page 83. This. So I video me drawing it. I've already got the contour line drawing done. So let me see. Where's my come on, QuickTime, where are you? I guess I'll have to look up here. Recent items, QuickTime player, yeah. And recent, page 83. Where's page 83? So let's stop sharing that screen, and then I'll share just the application. Yeah, just share that. So let's go for that. Okay, this is what I was doing. You'll see my hand come in there in a few seconds. So I'm using my Leonardo hatching, left-hander's hatching. And I fortunately have had years and years and years of playing around with this method of contour line drawing that I swiped from Matisse, Picasso, and Ingres' portrait drawings that he did while he was in Rome are almost always, well, they're always started out from pure contour line drawing, and then he renders it. Of course, he renders it far more than better than I'll ever be. The guy's so awesome. So much so that Ang just was, Degas was just nuts about Ang. That was his guy. So you see, I'm using this little upper left to lower right slanted line, which is typical of lefties like me. And so that's what this is all about. It's only about 18 minutes. It's not too bad. I'll give it the full screen while we're doing this. So you don't know. That won't do any good. Not any difference. So as you can see, it's the video is infinitely better than it was. There. The video is infinitely better than it was. It's actually playing full frame. There's no cutting out frames, which is what I was going for when I went and got this newer iMac. Well, newer than what I'm going on. It's only a 2013. But I got it from this place called Spiramax in Jupiter, Florida, that basically turned it into a new machine. It's got a solid state hard drive on it, solid state drive, 1 terabyte, and the key I'm going to practice is you keep that 1 terabyte hard drive with no more than 100 gigabytes of files on it. Never any more. Have it 90% free. Store everything on my external hard drive and the cloud, and it'll stay a really fast machine for a long time. And don't put too many applications on it. On my old laptop, I got so many applications on it, no wonder the dang thing's slowed down to a crawl. But also, its video card was horrible. It's a 250 megabyte hard drive. You can't get anything done with that. And this works perfectly. Boom, boom, boom. As long as I can get this kind of stuff, I don't have any problems. This is nice. So it cost me a fraction of what a new iMac cost me. And it's running Catalina. So I know it won't be able to run Big Sur. I hear there's something called Big Sur around the bend. But this will do me. All I'm trying to do is comics. And so as long as this works, and Catalina works, and I've got Adobe Photoshop 2020 from Creative Cloud on it, and Illustrator 2020. So I'm happy. It'll get me through this. It'll get me through this first several books. I'm way over halfway through. I've got maybe 66 pages to go. I've got 80 this is the 83rd page. I'll be working on the 85th page. So 15 plus 48, we're talking about 63 books, 63 pages I've got to go. So that's not much. And I have set things up so there's all types of drama as we go. I've set this plot up so that now you know what the heck is going on and why, and so everything that happens is understandable. It's not just out of the blue, boom, 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 what happened? You know what's going on. You can think it. Anybody who can think will be able to figure out what I'm doing. So that's the fun part about writing is that, man, you take an awful long time to set the story up. It's a long time to set a story up, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And you get the results you want, Ooh. And I love cartooning like this. I did a lot of this when I was a little boy. And I'm talking 20 years old, 19, 20 years old. And I just got doing underground comics, and I did them right at the wrong time. Right at the point where everybody started noticing that these guys were doing some really squirrely stuff, and everybody got shut down. Except the big boys like Gilbert Shelton and Robert Crumb and people like that. They got to keep on doing what they want to do. The little guys like me, little nobodies like me, we didn't do too well, which is fine with me. I went off and did something else, became a printmaker, became a painter, and got through college. And hey, it's good to get through college. I've never been unemployed, so I can't complain. Even in retirement, I'm employed, partially employed. I'm not making big bucks or anything like that. Who cares? I don't care about money that much. So, is YouTube giving me a hard time today? Let me see. No, that's not okay. YouTube, are you being jerky today? Appears that they're not being too jerky. Okay. Let's put this up here. Yes. Okay. That's working. This only lasts a few more minutes. Yeah, it's full framed also. YouTube is streaming real well. And so is Facebook. So I'm living in the lap of luxury. Oh, goody. Really not cool. What was it on? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was last Saturday. Saturday, I was doing my word balloons and text fields and stuff like that on page 80, 81, and 82, which is what's going on this week on Blue Boy Brown. So I should put that up there. That's where you should be going this week. It's got new stuff on Blue Boy Brown. You should go to that, and you'll see what I'm doing this week. But I was on Saturday night. I was putting in the word balloons, and it's a good thing to do. I was doing like a final rewrite on that page, so I was real happy to do that. I love rewriting. It's the best thing you do when you're writing is as you progress and you keep on working on a project, you new nuances start occurring to you, and you understand what you should be doing, and so you do it. And that's one of the more fun parts of doing a comic is that nothing is all final. Even if you decided to do let's say I'm doing a first edition of this first comic, it's gonna I can change this thing around as many times as I want to, which has been done a lot in the history of art. And it's called in etching is called different states. Take a look at Rembrandt's The Three Crosses. Man, that thing has so many different versions. Ridiculous. That's the one he really went to town and just did all types of variations. Same thing goes on in writing. You don't necessarily have to have the same exact story all the time. So when I put out my first hard copy, I'll probably do something of a small rewrite on the on what it'll be a little bit different than what I actually have on the web, which will make it'll make the hard copy worth having, more worth having, because it'll be unique. Won't be exactly like what I had. I'll probably do a little redrawing some pages and stuff like that, and do a little bit of rewriting. Because one thing, when I work for the web, there's just so much you can do on the web, because you got to be able to read the words, the text on a telephone, on a cell phone. Everybody's reading everything on smartphones these days. So if you make the type too small, you will not be able to read it, which is what I've seen happen quite a lot with webcomics. You can't read the dang thing on a phone. Well, most people are reading these things on phones. So when I get to the hard copy, I'll be able to use a smaller typeface, probably 10 points smaller, and be able to put more dialogue in. And that'll help with the old story, flesh it out a little bit more, have a little bit more gossip from the Cornflower Gang. And so there's old, when you're 12 years old, you want to tell your mother everything. So we'll see what happens here. Oh boy. Sure is Monday morning, isn't it? Oh. Did I? So I'm absolutely ape over this newer computer. It's not a new computer. It's 7 years old, but it might as well be a new computer, because these guys at Experamax, man, they turned it into a new computer. It is absolutely does everything I wanted to do, which is all you can ask of a computer, that it does what you bought it for. And the people at Experamax are really cool too. They're really nice people. Da-da-da-da-da. Darken in Maw's hair. After all the drama and stuff going on in the previous chapter, there's got to be some levity in this one. It's called Tension Build Up and Release. It's part of all drama is you should have some release of tension from all the drama and the foreboding and blah, blah, blah that's happens. And so that's what I do with this chapter. Not all comedy, but it's got a little bit in it. I got one viewer, dang. But it's popular as the Spanish flu. Spanish flu isn't on YouTube's watchword list. It's so weird. So much for free speech. Or intelligence. Artificial intelligence, don't tell me anything about artificial intelligence. That's not intelligence. Those are algorithms. You got a dang thing to do with intelligence. You don't recognize context, you're not intelligent. I was in my front room over the weekend, actually several days last week. It's so isolated up there. It's a converted garage. And we turned it into a bedroom, though we mostly just use it to store stuff in. And I've got my etching press up there. But man, it's cold up there. It's the coldest room in the house. One of the reasons why I moved back in there, because I wanted to see how that would affect my live streaming. I was getting kicked off on my online class all the time, like 3 or 4 times a session. So I got up there and it improved it somewhat to be in a real cold room. But I decided to come back here because it's just really claustrophobic in that little itty bitty room. And so it's a little bit warm back here because this is a flat roof. And the Saharan desert dust has been making everything really hot. I put several fans on the computer, and that'll keep it cool. In fact, right now it's just nice and cool. Yeah, it's nice and cool. Yeah, that'll be all right. And I got fans going on all over the room. That'll be okay. I didn't like that. Shame. That bearded lady. Where am I? Got about 45 seconds to go. Then we'll go into page 85. For some reason I stopped right here. I don't know why. Okay, that's it. I got 10 seconds. That was it. Okay. So Let's share. Okay. We'll share this screen. Okay. So, no, not that screen. Come on. Oh, I see. I don't really need this. See, I did a lot of adjustments here. So now we go on to 85. Here's 84. And then 85. So now I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to find my dodge tool, and I'm going to start dodging. Well, what happened? Okay, exposure 100%, highlights, okay. Oh, I noticed that this thing, for some reason, oh, protect tones. No, don't protect tones. There. And I got to figure out, do I want Ma to be isolated here? Ooh, I forgot to do something. Might as well do it now, or I regret it. Got to put in order for the. So put in, okay. So I don't want voiceover. No. Guess I'll have to use that. Why is voiceover? Huh. Oh well. See, I don't use my ruler very well. Fix that a little later. It's no big deal. See why I can only work for myself. Make so many boo-boos, I'd get fired immediately. Work for somebody else. That's the way it is. Anyway, okay, that's better than it was. Down here, okay, let's go back to that, and we'll, okay. So, yeah, something no, there's no, yeah, okay. I was wondering if I had put, let's look, do that in color. Color, okay, there. Okay. Let me see. Nobody in 84, 84. Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure that I. Okay, back to here. Watching golf yesterday. If you follow these podcast, video casts, you'll know that I'm crazy about golf. I love golf. The guy tore the. He's been working on it, and he's been getting a lot of top tens. Bryson DeChambeau, who's spent the time when the pandemic was stopping golf, he took that time to beef up, to really get. He really hit the old weights and supplements, and he gained like 25, 30 pounds, well, 25 pounds worth of muscle. Became this behemoth like Schwarzenegger was in the Conan movie. Maybe not that big, but dang, he was big. He's big. And he's hitting like 365 yard drives off the tee regularly. Well, he won like 21, 22 under par. And I'm worried about the kid for a good reason. Because when you get that strong, you will. His ball speed is like 200 miles an hour, 193 mile an hour for his club head speed. Ah! Eventually, the connective tissue that holds together your spine and your hips and your knees and your ankles and everything like that, they're going to give way. That's a lot of torque, and many golfers have ruined their careers by trying to do this, by beefing up and then really ripping it. So Bryson, make as much money as you possibly can, because you're going to need it for therapy. You're going to need it for therapy. You're going to have a therapist the rest of your life, just like my old student Frank Gore. He's a power runner, and he'll be doing physical therapy the rest of his life, because this guy is in like a train wreck every day. Every Monday, it's like he's been in a car wreck, a major car wreck. As sweetest guy you ever want to meet. Known him since he was 16. Don't know him well. Know his brother better. He was in my class for a little while. Brother was in my class for a whole year. Travis. Ah, what was that? Oh, I see. I don't have this on. Anyway, those got. Frank's going to be in physical therapy maybe the rest of his life because, man, you imagine running into 275-pound linebackers every dadgum time you touch the ball. Frank's like this guy, Bryson. Strong man, and kid's strong. Only 5'9", but strong man. You just want to be in his way when he's running, unless you're 275 pounds. But that kind of wear and tear on your body, oh man. I know a few things about hitting the limitations of your body, which happens at a certain age because your connective tissue starts to stiffen. It's not as pliable as it used to be. That's when you get hurt. You get hurt because you are not ready for this. That you going, well, I'm a kid. No, you're 35. 35-year-olds are not kids. They behave like kids. They think, okay, I can still lift that thing and put it over there. No, you can't. Step a dolly or something like that, or something to move that thing for you. And nobody does. Nobody takes this into account until they get hurt real bad. I know from experience, that's what happened to me. Got hurt real bad. And then I realized that I was not young anymore. I was an old man. I was middle-aged. Middle-aged is real difficult for those who've not been middle-aged before. So watch old Bryson. I hope it doesn't happen to him, but it will. It happens to everybody who opts for being a big behemoth. It'll happen to you because it's just part of life. Everybody who works that hard and uses that much torque, it's the torque that gets you. It's the twisting and the force of the twist that eventually gets you. And there's nothing you can do about it. So I hope he makes a heck of a lot of money. And I hope he's okay because none of these things are life-threatening. Hurting yourself like this is not the worst thing that can happen to you. Everybody goes through it. People herniate disc in football all the time. They're back playing football in a month or so. You get paid that kind of money, I guess you will. Okay. Anyway, I hope these guys are okay. Yeah. Where's my okay? Now let's we were doing that. So let's lock that. We're not gonna mess with that again. Now let's go to color. Go over here to 80. I might go to 84. Steal some color. There's my eyedropper. Swipe some color, D, and go after it. Brush. Go ahead and brush on that. This is Kyle's real watercolor. Basic. Okay. Yeah, it works nice. got a lot of faster CPU now, a factor of about a whole gigahertz or something like that. So it's just a lot more fun to let's listen to this. Yeah, it's like a totally different environment that I'm living in now. I love it. Hooty, hooty, hoot. Okay, she got it. Okay. And one of the features that just drove me nuts constantly was the rolling beach ball that I constantly got on my little laptop. And thank God I had it. Thank you, Gene Stapleton, for trading that thing for a painting, which really came in handy when my Mac Pro went out on me. I just transferred over to my laptop, but real slow processor, and so I only had 8 megabytes, I guess 2 gigabytes of memory. That's not a lot. I kept getting the rolling beach ball constantly. My goals with this computer is I don't get rolling beach balls. And the way you do that is to limit the number of applications you have on the computer, and don't store an awful lot of stuff on the computer. Use your external hard drive, cloud, stuff like that. Keep that solid state hard drive free, so you don't have to worry about that. So that's my plan. Okay. It should speed up my production too, dang. Instead of waiting for the rolling beach balls and all the stuff that I've had to go through, I just color. Woo! Ah. Somebody liked it. Ooh, goody, 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 goody. Somebody liked it. Who was it? Well, must have been on. Can't tell. Somebody liked it. Probably one of the Facebook groups. Ah. There. And let me give a shout out to Milan Kovacs and All Stars Comics. They on Kickstarter, and they met their goal. They're going to be funded, and now they're looking to do stretch goals, and it's a cool thing. So let me put up the URL for their Kickstarter campaign. You'll dig it. Lots of cool European comic stuff like that. I love them. They put my buddy Dylan that there. I'm going to show that. Go to that one, guys. Yeah. It's on Kickstarter, projects, Dylan Kovacs, All-Star, not All-Stars Are Bright, the superhero comic. Do it, guys. You'll dig it. Got all types of cool stretch goals, rewards, and stuff like that already. It's instituted one where everybody gets a two-toned print, a horror print from it. That'll be fun. Everybody gets it. Who ordered a physical comic. I think I'm gonna look at what Dylan did, and whatever he did, I think I'll do it too. The way he promoted the comic, promoted the Kickstarter and everything, I'm gonna do just exactly what he did. My goals are a lot more modest than he is. His are. He has all types of people working with him. He's a writer. He's got artists, colorists, and all types of stuff. Whereas I'm doing this alone, so I can be very, very modest in my goals and still be quite successful. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm really happy that he's been successful with his first Kickstarter launch. He's a good guy. Lives in Hungary, Budapest. Beautiful, beautiful place. Okay, we're still in color. Let's do a nice, happy blue-green Monday. See, blue-green Mondays are happy days. Blue-green's a happy color for me. Maybe blue-green can have a comeback. You know, that's the Dolphins' color. And maybe they can give the Chiefs a run for their money. I don't think they're going to do it. I think Mahomes better than Tua. I think he's better than anybody. I think the Chiefs are going to dominate for a long time. It's going to be similar to Brady and the Patriots. And I can get into that. I'm an old Chiefs fan from way back. I remember 50 years ago, they won the Super Bowl. Lynn Dawson, Hank Stram. Man, what a great team that was. So I see the Chiefs doing well. Mid-sized market. It's not a very big market. So I'm hoping they don't have what happened to them, what happened to the Royals, where they got their World Series pennant. Everybody just went to free agency and abandoned the poor old Royals. And don't you guys know anything about loyalty? Get yourself about 5 World Series rings, then go for free agency. At least LeBron gave us, 3 NBA championships and two pennants, 2 NBA championship pennants. Dang. Then he moved on. Okay, fine. We got our thing. You go do your thing. More power to you. But these guys are just up and go free agency immediately. That pissed me off. La 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 la. Oh, any boo boo back here. I'll have to fix that. Okay, I'll fix that now. Let's lock that so something stupid doesn't happen. Okay. Let's see. That down to about. And bring this up. Bring this. Yeah. Bring this over. Should have had this jacket on. Dumb move on my part, but especially. Okay. See if I can. Okay, then we have to get rid of the color here. Okay. Want any black in my blue. Clean up some of this a bit. So I can get rid of the. Yeah, it makes it better. Let's see. So oh yeah. Okay. Got this. That's still, yeah, it's still gone. It's like having to wait for the rolling beach ball. I don't know how I'm going to get used to that. It gave me a chance to take a swig of coffee half the time. Okay. Yeah, it's color that helps you define certain things. Like just look, like here, this. warm, cool opposition, easy to isolate her hand. Now I got to put in the orange, her background of her dress. So I'll do that now. I can just be kind of cavalier about that since I'm going to draw over it, color over it with that blue green, that greenish, that Lincoln green. I do appreciate Photoshop finally getting rid of Shift Command Z for multiple undos. It's been a long time coming, guys. He should have done it a long time ago. Love it. I have to do some scanning and set up a new page before I get out of here today. Who knows? It's a fairly simple page. But last night, I realized that my Epson Workforce 7720 had a problem with Catalina because the drivers for the Epson 32-bit, Catalina doesn't handle. They don't recognize 32-bit applications anymore. But I found a driver on the Epson side that actually was, I guess these are 64-bit now. And so I can scan now. Worried about that for a few minutes. But now I fixed it. Okay. Now up here, we add a little bit of probably should add this to Paul too. He was bending over that guy. Let me see if I have it in a place where he was. Okay. Now we go to the green. Print. Yeah, that's what I like. Okay, back to green, and we do that. And now we should enlarge things so that I can see real easily what I'm doing. Okay, I'm over here first. Do some tiny bit. Yeah, like that. Okay, down like that.
You just have to tap this here. Tap, tap, tap. Like Bob Ross, tap, tap, tap. Bob Ross. This new computer is going to be so much nicer at streaming movies while I'm doing my online teaching. Because I was just getting rapid slideshows before. Oh, man. What much fun at all. I just won't be. Okay. I wonder if I should leave the that yellowish tone in the background just to isolate Ma here. Not use background drawing. Make it very simple because there's going to be a lot of, she's going to be saying an awful lot about what's concerning her in these dialogue boxes, so why not just leave it alone? Well, I better do it now because I'll forget. poor wife was out there. You can hear the thunder in the background. Said we're going to have a wet Monday. Dog gets freaked out by thunder. Imagine how he was all the fireworks this weekend. Walked in real early, got everything done. We stayed in for the night. Do it like this. We have to get everything done. I should move out. Back in '72, Artie Romero and I visited Richard Corbin and Jan Sternad up at Richard Corbin's house, Kansas City. Sternad, he distributed an article, maybe it was an interview. Did an interview with Corbin and Sternad, Realm 5 magazine. Sternad said, "Man, it doesn't matter what kind of drawing you have the best art in the whole world. If your story stinks, then it's not going to matter." Of course, at the time, I was not a story guy. I was an art guy. And I ranked my hairs on the top, back of my neck stood up. I didn't say anything, even though I was probably saying a lot of stupid things back then. Ask Artie. But he's right. You got to have a story. You got to build the story. You know, one of the best things you can do, you want to do that, since this is comics, it's not prose. It has to do with images, conveying messages that would take a couple of paragraphs, maybe half a page in a book or a story. You can do with very little in a comic book. You got to, but it's related to the way that film does that. So watch a lot of film, good film, not kind of junk that's being done now, but watch Citizen Kane. Watch some of the great movies, all-time great movies. Laurence Olivier's Hamlet. And see how they develop the story so that you start giving a hoot, and also that there's all types of little plot threads that are being developed. And if you can do it like that, and you got it made. So, good boy. Let me see. Is he wearing some clothes here? Yeah. Just that color there. Make sure it doesn't have any black in it. Nope, it had black in it. Proximal pantry. Think of it more like this. No. Okay. Maybe more people watch these things when I'm not getting the rapid slideshow. I'm sure that ticked off a lot of people. Ticked me off. What do you think I felt? 83 or 84. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So what do we got here? Probably a little bit of gray. Wouldn't be a bad thing. Once we get the black out of it. I don't like hearing that thunder. Let's see if I can. Let me see. What's this? What the heck is that? Huh. Well, probably. Did it again. Oh, well. Might be best. Redraw this a tiny bit. Ah! See if I can do some of that. Really bad drawing there. Okay, let me see. One little thing I can do here. Get that in there. Okay. Now, let's save this and get ready for shadows. Give a little break. Take a second. Understand when you're 67 years old. Why am I doing that? One nice thing about all this rain is it keeps the temperature down. It doesn't get 95 degrees, which is what it was doing when we had all that Saharan desert dust all over the place. We were getting, it felt like it was like 110 degrees outside, even though it was only like 95, 97. 95, 97. Well, I can live without 95, 97. One of the good things about Florida is when it gets up to be 95, 97 degrees, it rains, cools things off. But that Saharan desert was preventing that from happening, so we were getting hot. Of course, it also prevents the development of hurricanes, and I'm all for that. I'm not looking for the next one. They're inevitable, but it's part of nature. It redistributes heat all over the globe, so you don't get even worse weather. But lacking in some of this. The thing I learned from Aang is Portrait of Princess de Broglie. You want to create a focal area, give the woman black hair. It'll work every time. Now I'm going up shadows, and we're going to give me a shadow that's cool. And let's see what we can do. And it's multiply. Let's see. Okay. I'll be all right. Yeah, true. I've got a point. All this thunder, get a direct hit nearby, fry everything. So if I start hearing thunder nearby, I might just simply say, see you tomorrow. Worry about it then. Probably down here I should have background colors. Yeah, this. Let me see. Down here. Sure. 30, 32, 30. Okay. Got that color. All that. Back here. I'll fix that in a second. Okay. Sure, this. Better. We do. Oh, I was doing a song color. Well, that's life. We should bring this down here and give myself a couple of these fours. Okay, and then Blue Boys. Sleeve here was on color. This is type. Okay. So let me look. Probably should do something with those backgrounds. They're a little too bare. So I can, unfortunately, I got this better brush here, I think. Let's try smaller brush. Let's turn this sucker around. Better, better look. Like this. Horrible I am at doing vertical lines. Let's see if I can get rid of that vertical line. Yeah. Okay. Okay, leave that one blank. And, see. This line here. Dummy. That was okay. Okay, let's see what we can do about this. Is that like that? Okay, that gray. What's that? Shadows. And then I better here in the tone area. So that yeller. So this comes off better, I think. Probably should same thing over here. And down here. Is that space pop out a little bit. Okay. And should be two. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see. Not talking too much because there's not much to say. Not that, not that, not that. What do you mean no connection? not having problems on Facebook. Tell me they messed me up today also, what I do. I said there's not much to talk about. Oh, I'll tell you, YouTube, you're a pain in the tail. Oh well, probably give me some kind of thing. Ban me or something. What? No reason at all. Any Big Brother's taking over. Okay, let me see. I better smudge this area a little bit. That didn't work. Okay, then maybe a little bit of okay, there. It's all right. Let me see. Let me draw a few little happy clouds. Okay, looking here, color all. Smudge this a tiny bit. And burning on the side of this. Let me see. The color, yeah. Okay. See that. See. Yeah. Ooh. See if I can do an extra shadow layer. And maybe some. What's going on here? Oh, that's the right one. Like that. Okey-doke. What? Okay. Let's see one other thing I got there. Yeah. So it takes care of page 85. Now I'm going to have to see if I have it done. Page Oh, it doesn't look like I've done that. Well, let me go find page 86. That over here somewhere. There, page 86. Scan this sucker and see. Yeah, I'm going to have to. What's going on here? I have to redraw part of this page. That's okay. Okay. Okay, 300 dots per inch. Scan it. Okay. Now let me see. This is page 86 of the lefty. setting up lefty. Oh, okay. Okay, let me see. Lefty should be down here somewhere. Up there. See if I can find lefty. Okay, there we got it. Okay. So, here's my scan. I'm going to change the size of it to 6.5. This. Okay. Yeah, free transfer. This is taking me off. I'm not used to this feature in Photoshop that used to be there. Now they have it just so that it constrains. Why? Okay, now. No. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm just going to. I'll figure this out after I get out of here today. You rulers, okay. What is this crap? I might see. Oh, layer. Okay, we'll take that. Okay. image size. Let's not do that. Height. Width. Why is it 7.25? Oh. There. I figured it out. Okay, you could shift down, then you can do it any way you want to. Used to be shift would prevent that. Now you have to use shift to get it to do what you want it to do. Okay, now I understand. Sheesh. Okay, so now put a layer of white underneath this. Not yet though. And now I'll put now I'll put my layers over it. Drive you nuts. If I change something like that, point. Okay, not too bad. So, a few little things we have to do. One, fill this with white. So I have let's see. Then we want to turn this into grayscale for good reason. I can mess around with the levels without getting artifacts, color artifacts. That second panel, I can redraw it. It's no big deal. Let me see. Then I'll turn it back to CMYK. And then I'll put a in there. I also, and then probably this. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just leave it. So, now let's save that as. Save it to cloud documents. 6. Okay. So, details on her dress. What about it, Fernanda? Details on her dress. Oh, you like the details on her dress. Thank you so much. I did it. Let me see. I just saw your comment. I'm sorry. Let me see how we put show details on her dress. Yes. Yeah. This corresponds to the kind of patterns my grandmother used. My grandmother had a whole closet full of dresses like this. So I'm remembering my grandmother, who lived pretty much in the same area and lived that kind of life, had those really tiny print patterns that are indicative of that era of time. So thank you, I appreciate that. So let me see. Now we got PD. Okay, we can get rid of it. So here we have this. So I'll start working on this tomorrow, I think. No reason to go in today. I couldn't finish it if I wanted to. So I hope you enjoyed being able to see something besides a fast slideshow. Make sure you go over to Kickstarter and support Milan Kovacs. All Stars are not all bright. Superhero comic. It's a really good comic. And it's the beginning of many, many things to come from Mr. Kovacs. You'll enjoy it a lot. And let me see. Well, let me see. Where's my preview? Oh, guys. Preview. Here we go. Boy Brown, that's me. Well, that's not me. He ain't got nothing to do with me. He's 6'8", 12 years old. I was 5'8" at 12 years old. Probably less than that at 12 years old. I was 5'8" when I was 15. I think, as I remember it. I didn't shoot up for a long time. Nobody in my family is less than 6 feet tall. But I was tiny for a long time. My sister was taller than me for many years. Oh well. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Short day because I've got to teach a class. Then Wednesday's a long day. Thursday's I might come back after I have to give a test, my final test on Thursday. But I should just have a short day, and then on Thursday I'll give the test, and then I'll put in my grades, and I'm finished with the semester until next week when a new semester starts. So anyway, that's the life of a college teacher. It's a good life, I guarantee you. Good life to be a college teacher. Though I'll tell you what, with all this pandemic stuff and everything like that, I will never, at least for the near future, no hard copies, all email submissions. It's much, much better. I'm in a high-risk group, so I don't want to mess with that. But anyway, thank you, Fernanda. I appreciate the kind words, and I hope you like it. And so please come back. Be here tomorrow. Here every day, and then make sure you go to blueboybrown.com and look for my new pages, starting at page 80, 81, 82 is this week, and then what I'm doing right here will be on next week, and then we'll try to get the week after that done before the end of this week, and be way ahead. And everything like that. Okay, so I will stop all this now and say sayonara. See you tomorrow, mañana. Okay, goodbye. See you tomorrow.